All right, Virgo, this one's a little bit difficult, and I don't think that it's fair to you. I mean, you could simply be saying here that you're seeing the mask that other people are putting on, but this is specifically about you. So, from like Vampire, Jealousy, Envy, Punishment, and Changing Course, and then Facade from Chakra Wisdom. And, I hate it when jealousy shows up for you guys, but the problem here is that, you may be trying to do things for others because they're treating you badly, because you feel like you have to. One of the things that Facade says, if you're unhappy in your relationships, you may be relating to others through a false sense of duty. Give up being something that you're not. Well, the only reason why you're being that way is because other people around you are treating you like crap. Jealousy is not about you being jealous of other people. This is about others trying to make you feel bad for all the good things that you have, right? And punish you. And in return, you're putting up a mask. Now, Facade also talks about needing to heal childhood pain and needing to reclaim your life too. But, that wouldn't be showing up if you weren't dealing with people who are acting that way. All right, Virgo. Here's your overall for the week. The Wheel. I like it, but I always warn people when the Wheel shows up that you don't want to be repeating the same cycle, right? It's an opportunity for better things to happen. Sometimes, though, I see this and I think, man, this was meant to happen, right? You may feel like you're just going round and round with the same situation, but something about it is going to change, and hopefully for the better this time for you. In the past, the Queen of Swords. Because you're pulling on this again, I feel like if you're going to go through a similar situation over again with the Wheel being there, with the Queen of Swords coming through, this is like, I'm not playing games this time. But then I worry that some of you may be coming off that way, but you may still be giving into a person or a situation, even though, you've been through it before and things may not have been that great before. But with the Queen of Swords, this, like I said, could be because of a person that you're dealing with here. It could be an air sign, right? But I feel like this is what is surrounding you because of a situation you may be going through again. In the present, the Ten of Cups. Not bad. Not bad. But with the Wheel, I look at this and I think, I don't think that this has to do with family situations. I mean, clearly here it shows family, right? Family happiness, overall happiness here with the Ten of Cups. But, I look at this and I think, for you, I think you're okay. Like, I feel like for you, you're okay where you're at right now. It's not about security and stability. It's more about you feeling like everything is good where you're at right now. I do think that for some of you with the Wheel being there, though, that we're wanting long-term happiness with a situation. You're not wanting to play games anymore, especially if you're dealing with somebody. But we'll see here. Oh, yeah. Yep. So, the Knight of Cups in future conditions, absolutely, we're talking about somebody coming through, making an offer here. I don't think that this is you doing this. I think that this is what's coming through. I think you've been through this before. But I think that, with the Ten of Cups being there, to me, it's saying that something about this brings you happiness. But with the Queen of Swords, there's difficulty in the past in dealing with whoever is coming through here. And I love the Knight of Cups, I do. But my problem with him is that, feelings change like that, And I do think that you're okay where you're at, but then at the same time, I do think that, there's this want here to have long-term happiness with this, or with this person, or whatever this offer is coming through. Oh boy. Your best path to follow, and this is what I'm talking about. There is this overwhelming feeling with this, especially with the Queen of Swords kicking this off, that you're good. You are good on your own. The Nine of Pentacles. You know, you don't have to go through this again. Like, you don't have to go through the same situation again. This, to me, is like a reminder that, you know, if this person doesn't really follow through, even though there may be a lot of happiness or a want to have long-term happiness with them, with the Nine of Pentacles, it's just saying, you know, keep your independence. You know, don't... I think you're right by coming in by the Queen of Swords, but, you know, it's funny because I go back to facade and feel like, you know, forget about other people who are treating you like crap, who may be jealous of what you're doing or what you have, right? Are you putting up a facade for somebody else because you want them to be around? But yet you've been through, you know, the same thing with this person. You know, and emotionally, there's not a whole lot of maturity going on with the Knight of Cups being what's in future conditions. But, you know, that wheel is there, right? But I feel like with the Nine of Pentacles, keep your independence. Oh boy, yeah. The Nine of Cups in your environment. And with the Ten of Cups, right? I mean, that looks great. This is what you want. But is it what you need, though? You know, none of it is bad. I mean, all of it to me looks really good. It's just, I feel a little bit on edge with, you know, what you're dealing with in terms of a person or an offer here. But the Nine of Cups in your environment is saying that, yes, this is what you wanted. You wanted this person to come around, right? You wanted them to come around and make this offer to you. You know, you're still holding on to this energy of, I'm not playing games anymore, but I feel like, you know, you're willing to, you know, give in almost. Because of this want to be happy, to have that happily ever after, right? Maybe this is an opportunity to have this, but, you know, I still go back to this and think, you know, make sure that you keep your independence, that you don't give up that part of, you know, what you've worked so hard for, just because there's a want to have what is coming through, right? But none of it is bad. I just feel a little bit like, you know, don't completely give in just yet. You know, because I feel like they need to prove something, though, too. Yeah. Your hopes and your fears, the Queen of Cups. Now, you know, again, when it comes to court cards, right, like, I don't care if it's male or female. But this seems to be a big thing this week where people are hoping and fearing around another person. You know, what they're saying, what they're doing. With the Queen of Cups, you know, air or water, I don't care. I mean, that could be anywhere in somebody's chart here. But I look at this and I think, yeah, you want this. There's definitely, you know, the emotional attachment to this, investment in this. I still don't think that you're the one making the offer. I do think that this is what is coming through to you. But I also feel like you're more in tune with your emotions when it comes to dealing with the situation. But are you, you know, being blindsided by, you know, how badly you want this and how happy, you know, this would make you, you know? Are you looking at that more than the person's actions or what they're saying or what they're trying to offer? You know what I mean? Because you come in with this feeling of, I'm not playing games with you. But, you know, it's almost like you're hoping that they feel the same way. You know, and on some level, yeah, absolutely. It's just, you know, I love him, but I don't. And the fact that you're being asked to remain independent or keep your independence kind of worries me a little bit. And then, of course, with Virgo, you know, when the queens show up, I automatically feel like that's you. You know, Virgo being a feminine sign to me. Right? And then coming out, the Ace of Swords, you know, and it's not bad. None of it is bad. None of it is bad. Okay? All of this looks really good, Virgo, seriously. But I just feel a little bit iffy about it. Now, with the Ace of Swords coming out, absolutely with the Knight of Cups, you could be talking about somebody giving you the truth about how they feel, right? But then with that Ace of Swords and you kicking this off with the Queen, I wonder what that truth is. Because if you're coming straight forward and saying, look, I'm not playing games with you, but then at the same time you're willing to give because, there's such an emotional attachment here, a want to have this, a want to have long-term happiness. I look at that Ace of Swords and think, is it because they're being truthful, or is it, the truth about the fact that they don't really know how they feel, but yet they still want to be involved with you? And then the King of Pentacles, and that I feel like is going to be your outside person here. Now, the truth about possibly what they may have been doing in the past, which is why you're like, I'm not playing these games with you anymore. They may have done something behind your back. They may be, being secretive and not really telling you the truth. But is that what is coming out now? Is that what they're finally speaking up about, and giving you that truth? With the Seven of Cups and looking at the Ten of Cups and Nine of Cups, again, it kind of goes back to this feeling of want. I want it so bad, right? And with the Seven of Cups, right, it's the fantasy. But I look at this and I think of expectation of an outcome here, right? There's so many ways that this situation could go. But I think for you, you're so focused on how things are going to work out because you're looking at it through the eyes of, this emotional attachment here, wanting to have the happily ever after with this person. And then with the Nine of Cups, this is what you want. This is what you've been wanting. It feels like you're going to have your wishes fulfilled, but are you really though? Because nothing's really happening here. And then the King of Pentacles. Now, whether you're dealing with earth, air, water, doesn't matter to me. But I feel like this is the person. Are they trying to show dependability now? Because that's kind of how I look at the King of Pentacles. I love him. I think he's great. But unfortunately, he seems to be coming up with some really shady stuff here lately. Are they looking to be involved with you and take advantage of you again? Is that what this Ace of Swords is about? Needing to clear the air on that because they may have done this before. Are they starting to change? Or are you just fantasizing about, yeah, maybe they are, but are they really? That's what I kind of worry about here. And with the Ace of Swords, this to me, besides them telling you the truth here, possibly it's you needing to see the truth, right? There's always that acceptance of the truth or needing to accept the truth about a situation or a person. Wow, Virgo. But none of it is bad. It's just that what you've dealt with before has been extremely difficult with this person because you wouldn't be coming in this way and this would not be clarifying it. You know what I'm saying? And the need for the truth, need for clarity. I like him, but I don't. Like, seriously, I do think that, for some of you, if you're thinking about, starting things over again with someone that you've had difficulties with, be careful about the way that you feel about this. You may really want this. This may be something that brings you a lot of happiness, but the air needs to be cleared up about, what their intentions are, what they're doing, how they're feeling. They need to start speaking that to you so that you're not constantly fantasizing about what could be when it comes to this situation. And then surrender. Wow. So prosperity. This isn't just on a financial level for me. When I look at prosperity, I think of all aspects of your life, right? Feeling prosperous everywhere. But needing to believe that that is the case, that, a situation will bring prosperity, right? But then needing to surrender to that belief. And I think that that's kind of where you're at with the Ten of Cups and Nine of Cups, but I don't like the Seven of Cups being connected to that. But you do have the Ace of Swords coming out, though, and that's the thing. you know? And maybe this is just one of those situations where you need to believe that things are going to be better, right? That things are going to prosper, and you need to surrender to that. Because none of it is that bad, you know? I just feel a little bit on edge. I'm telling you, honesty is essential. To be a loving person, it is important that we speak truthfully and in a loving manner. Tell me the truth, right? Needing to have honesty, needing to slow things down. Don't let things go, you know, so quick and so crazy, right? Slow down to get that honesty, you know, to get everything out in the open here. Because, once all that's cleared up, there's no reason to not believe that this situation can be better this time.